I'm Nathan Neal, founder and CEO of LaunchUX. I'm thrilled to introduce to you today an innovative new product that we have been developing in near secrecy for the last 6 months. This is a technology that's going to redefine how we measure engagement. It's going to redefine everyday interactions. I'm here to introduce you to Synapse, the next step in data delivery and analytics measurement. Synapse is a powerful tool for tracking and understanding how people interact with your website and digital ads. It's all about connections through something we call a pulse. A pulse is a special kind of link, and when someone clicks on it, Synapse tracks every visit, providing you with rich data. This isn't just any tracking link though. With Synapse, you have the freedom to update your content at any time. And all of your pulses will automatically lead to the new content. It's like having a remote control for your campaigns. Now, while that's neat, it's not what makes Synapse impressive. Synapse also brings your print to life with QR codes. Each pulse comes with a QR code that ties your physical marketing with your digital. Scan the QR code and you can track print engagement just like digital. And we're starting to see interactive video ads on popular streaming platforms that contain QR codes. Synapse can support those as well. With every interaction, Synapse gathers important information, such as where the user is, where they visit, what device they're using, and more. This data isn't just numbers, it's the key to understanding your audience more effectively. But we didn't stop there. Explore the power of Synapse with near-field communication technology, a perfect blend of digital intelligence and physical interaction. This technology brings your products and services to life, making them interactive and trackable with a single tap. Imagine shoppers tapping their phones on a product to get instant details, reviews, and special deals. With Synapse and NFC, this is a reality. Now, marketing's all fine and good, but that's just one vertical that Synapse can be used for. At its core, Synapse is a data delivery system. Consider an equipment rental company, leveraging Synapse and NFC to provide training instructions to those who rent their equipment. Consider a home services company, leveraging Synapse and NFC to deliver GPS directions to their technicians in the field. We put on our website, syninsights.com, syninsights.com, a page called Idea Lab. On that Idea Lab, we have ideas for 25 different industry verticals. Look through them and see what idea we might have for your industry. We want to build a world that has improved efficiency, where physical and digital are connected, like neurons firing on either side of the synapse. Cool, right? Well, we did one more thing. Lead generation can be difficult. Performing SEO, we sometimes see huge traffic increases, but the form fills don't keep up with what we expect. We found that website visitors don't like to scroll down to the bottom of a page for a contact form or hunt through complex navigation to find a contact form. It needs to be readily available. That's why we created Reach, a widget for your website that allows users to call, text, email, all from an easy-to-find widget on your website that connects your visitors to a human in a way that's easy to manage. It's not a chat bubble, it's not AI, it's a data-driven lead generation tool. It's unbelievable the difference that Reach makes. We launched this on LaunchUX a month ago, and we're finding that we get 3 times more inquiries through our Reach widget than our actual contact form. We've integrated Reach into Synapse, so not only will you receive your leads via phone, text, or email, but you will also have the ability to manage those leads all from one place. We've integrated with several popular CRMs for you to send qualified leads to your platform. It all goes back to Synapse sitting in between the interactions, gathering information for informed decision making. How will you use Synapse? Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sam with Downtown Chambersburg Inc. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, which we focus on Main Street downtown revitalization in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. In Chambersburg, we use 5 different pillars that are used all across the nation to revitalize our downtown. And one of those pillars is promotions and marketing. And it's important, not just from a business side of things, when you are operating your business or operating your community organization, it's important for us as a 501c3 nonprofit organization that we have a great outward face to community. And just recently, we worked with LaunchUX, Mr. Nathan Neal, that you just watched on the live stream. We just worked with them to create a new website. So we've known each other for a few years, and we're recently some clients to get a brand new website. We're excited. We're grateful for the expertise that Nathan and the 2 gentlemen that I'm about to introduce, and they'll share more about LaunchUX here in a second. But we're really happy with the time that we spent with them. And because of that, we wanted to help share a little bit more about what Mr. Neal just talked about. I refer to him as Nathan. So, and I refer to these guys a little bit differently, but let's go ahead and introduce them and they can share a little bit more about LaunchUX. We have Brandon Smith. Brandon is the business director of LaunchUX, and we also have Michael Banks. He is the director of operations. So, gentlemen, I just introduced you. I'm sure you do a bunch of different roles for Nathan and the LaunchUX than what I just shared. But please share a little bit more with everybody who LaunchUX is.
Well, LaunchUX primarily focuses on website development and digital marketing. So search engine optimization, social media, and now this new piece that we're adding, Synapse and Reach, that we'll get into a little bit more right now. And Mr. Banks, if you'd like to chime in.
Of course, yeah. We've been in business since 2017. Building websites, doing digital marketing, helping our clients grow their businesses as we've been growing as well. So it's been a fun experience, and we've continued to add value to our clients over the years, and Synapse is another part of that.
And what's really cool about working with LaunchUX is over the past year, we've won maybe 8 different awards, most of them national awards. We're back-to-back recipients of the National Excellence Awards, which puts us in the top 1% of SEO providers in the nation. We've won NETI Award for website design, which is basically the Oscars for websites, as well as the Best of Pennsylvania, Best of Texas, Best Local Excellence Provider in Denver, Colorado. And then in Franklin County, we got the Best Young Employers Award last year, Young Professionals. So it's just great working here. We do quality work. We really take care of our clients, and I really like working here personally. And we're always doing something new, and this Synapse is something new that we're all very, very excited about.
Well, I think through the website creation that the website work that we did with you guys, I think we threw a few new things your way as well, and we were grateful with the final product, and we're looking forward to the second and third and future edits when that happens. But we're looking at submitting that for an award in the future, and I'm sure you all are hoping to do the same, because I think we're both really proud of that product. And you guys are a proud Pennsylvania business. You guys are from here, raised here in Pennsylvania, and to have a product like Synapse, which will Nathan shared about that, but we're going to dive deeper into that. So, gentlemen, what inspired the creation of Synapse? And how do you identify the need for such a tool in the market?
Over the years, we've been doing digital marketing, and it's been very successful for a lot of our clients. And we found that for some industries, it can really make or break. It's such a massive source of revenue generation, showing up on search engines, getting organic leads. But there's some industries where it's not, digital marketing isn't really going to be their major source of revenue generation. You can think of restaurants, or you can think of realtors. There's a lot of industries that don't really rely as much on search engines. And Synapse really helps us provide value to those industries. with their digital, but also print advertising.
What's
How could
go right ahead, Sam.
I was about to ask the next question. So, how could Synapse be used to help businesses? Now, I'm hyper focused on downtown Chambersburg, but let's talk, both in downtowns, any downtowns, and let's also ask about the broader community. I know Michael just referenced about realtors, which they service a handful of different geographies. So, gentlemen, how could Synapse be used to help businesses?
Synapse is a matter of convenience and tracking. One of the more difficult things about advertising is, unless it's something like a Facebook ad, it's very difficult to track and see if it's effective, right? So realtors posting yard signs or just having, even QR codes on posters for upcoming performances for bands or comedians. Sure, they'll have a QR code that takes them to a website, but they don't know who's interacting with it, when they're interacting with it, or where that QR code is if they put the same QR code in spots all throughout the city or state. What Synapse does is it helps bring all this together and put it in a trackable platform, so you can monitor that, see what's working for you, and then change things as necessary.
Well, that back end, that dashboard where you can see all that information, to me, it looked very simple. And it was right there in your face. Those are the numbers. You didn't have to print out any extra reports. I'm sure you can, but it's all right there in one spot that I saw from Nathan's presentation. Why should we use Synapse over other QR tracking technologies?
So the way we created the QR tracking technology for Synapse is we have a separation between the QR code link and the destination URL. So a good example of this is we had a client a couple years ago printed out a bunch of yard signs with QR codes on them.
I've done that.
Yep. But they had a mistake in their QR code and it was sending them to the wrong link. So all of those yard signs they've created were pretty much useless.
Yeah.
So the way that we created it is you can create the QR code one time and you can change your destination URL as many times as you like. So if you have, if you need to change your landing pages on your website to update, new marketing material, you can change your destination URL 100, 200 times and the QR code will stay the same. So it helps you, prevent, having a waste of marketing material or any accidents that can happen any day. We build it in that way that gives you more freedom with your destination URL.
So one prime example I'd like to talk about is Pastor Mike over at the Open Door Church, which is affiliated with Cumberland Valley Christian School. Pastor Mike was an early adopter of Synapse, and he is getting basically these business card sized cards that's going to be custom printed to have an image of the church or the Bible on it. I can't remember which, but he's going to hand those out to people, and they're going to have his daily devotionals. So every day somebody can just tap their phone to it, and it brings up the newest daily devotional, and he just has to go in and change the link every morning and just switches it to the new daily devotional when he uploads that to his website. So it allows repeated use for something. The same goes for, let's tie that into real estate that Michael just talked about. Houses and apartments are flipping all of the time. Inventory goes really quick, and the last thing you want is something stagnant that's outdated, and you want to update with your latest listings. So you have a QR code on yard signs that direct people to more information about the house that it's out front of, but that house sold or is pending, so maybe it takes them to a page that has similar houses available or in the same neighborhood, stuff like that. So it's something that is recyclable and reusable, and that's what makes it unique in addition to the tracking part.
So you can change the links while you're having coffee.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah,
It's that simple.
It doesn't take more than 5 seconds to do that. You just paste the link in and hit update, and it's done.
Yeah, that's
That's what
awesome.
Nathan really wanted to focus on, and Banks in this development is we need to make this super easy for anybody to
Yeah.
use, and it is. That was my primary concern of because you know, I do a lot of the sales and new client onboarding, and I have to explain things like, okay, this is what, you know, a domain registrar is, this is what hosting is, and now I have to explain what Synapse is and how it works. And I don't foresee the training taking longer than 5 to 10 minutes for that. Whereas training of how to edit your website could take 30 to 60 minutes. Synapse is supposed to be very, very easy to use, and all the data is right there. You can see all the pie charts and graphs you need about interactions right there on the
Yeah.
dashboard.
Well, that leads to my next question, because when you're looking at the data, you need to understand, and it was touched on earlier in our conversation about how it works with other marketing efforts that you do, and how it all works together. So how does Synapse integrate with other digital marketing tools and platforms that businesses might already be using? If I may, add a little bit more to that question, these businesses, they're looking at, should I pay for a digital billboard? Should I pay for a radio ad? Whenever you're looking at that full entire marketing stack of things that they're doing, the business is doing, how does Synapse integrate with that?
It integrates seamlessly with all digital and print advertising. So you
Yeah.
could imagine billboards with QR codes, commercials even. You could throw a QR code on there and you can track, the effectiveness of that campaign, yard signs. We have these NFC cards. I know Brandon was talking about it with the pastor.
Yeah,
Zone. You can tap your phone to it. You could use these
I
for
want one.
business cards. You could have as many as you like. I know, going back to realtors a little bit, I've tried to buy a house before, and every time you go in there, you see on the counter all the business cards of all the realtors that have been there before. It's a very competitive market. So if you had a business card that stood out from the rest of them to where they can just tap their phone to it and just easily find your contact information, your listings, we can set it to where you can tap your phone to it and it just, brings it up in your phone to where all you have to do is press dial and it'll call them. It integrates very well with social media as well. If you want to do a social media campaign, online advertising, your website, we can track form fills. We've already created reach that makes it easier for clients to reach out to you. And integrates seamlessly with everything, print and digital.
And even on top of that, we integrate this stuff into CRMs like Zoho, Salesforce, HubSpot. I mean, you name it. And the benefit of that is, especially for Reach, which is that tool to capture leads on your website, it can put that stuff straight into your CRM, or perhaps a buffer there to filter out junk. And then you can manually approve that to go straight into your CRM. That way I have all of the leads in one spot. And I know, okay, I'm not going to miss anybody. It's not just going to my email, which I got 537 emails in there. It's not going to get buried. All those leads are trackable and in one place. And that's very, very valuable for sales teams, for marketing teams, for operations, for management, of just keeping tabs on things, because the last thing you want to do is lose prospective clients. And all of this can help prevent that.
Exactly. So if I may, I got two questions and I like to say them at the same time. So here we go. Can you share any upcoming features or improvements that are planned for Synapse? Before you answer that question, the other question is, we've asked all these questions. We've watched the video that Nathan has shared with us. Some people might say the price might be out of my budget. what is the cost? What is the cost of Synapse? So again, cost of Synapse, and also, are you able to share any upcoming features or improvements that are planned for Synapse? And knowing you guys, and knowing the team that you have there, you guys are always thinking and are always looking for ways to improve. And that's one reason why I loved working with you guys for that recent website project. So take it away, gentlemen.
That's actually one of the reasons I love working here, is because Nathan Neal and Michael Banks here, they're always learning new stuff and we're always improving upon what we have. And it makes it fun because I'm also constantly learning too. But
Yeah.
Synapse is very, very approachable. It's starting at $49.99 a month. That's under $50 a month. That's
Yeah.
it. Cancel anytime. This gives you
Right.
access to both Synapse and all the QR code generation and tracking, as well as Reach, the tool that'll go on your website and help capture more leads. It gets
Yeah.
both of those. Again, we wanted this to be, anybody can use this stuff. It's very, very, it's affordable. It's not like
Right.
you're paying, you know, like a couple $1,000s for search engine optimization. These are simple tools that are empowering business owners. So as far as ideas we have for what this can be used for down the line, we've done a ton of brainstorming, and we have so many ideas that we just had to stop bringing them up in meetings and just write them down individually and then have dedicated conversations about this, because there's so much potential for it. And some of the ideas that I talked about with Nathan last week is, let's say conferences. You give out wristbands to conferences, just like certain magical kingdoms have for people who purchase tickets there. Those have NFC technology or RFID technology, so that you can pay for drinks, maybe register for specific classes, get bottle service to a table, to track after you attend an event, leave reviews and stuff. This can be used for so many different things at just a conference with just a physical wristband. And then it's also kind of cool for attendees who get a little bit of bling. Maybe it's only VIP members who get these and they look really cool. And so they get to go around and scan their cool little wristband on different things. And all of that can be useful for the event organizers to figure out what people are doing, where they're going, how they feel about these things, so that they know next time they put on one of these conferences, how to make it more interesting, engaging, and profitable.
Well, I'm about to head to a conference, so I'm going to be keeping Synapse in my mind to see how Synapse could be applied to that conference. So Brandon, thank you for bringing that up. Michael, anything you'd like to add to what Brandon said?
Yeah, of course. We're always looking to, evolve the data that we get with people interacting with Synapse. So one area that we could, we're looking to integrate is company enrichment. So you could imagine if say you do commercial services for local businesses in the area, and you have yard signs with QR codes on it. I could come by, scan the QR code, and you can see an employee of LaunchUX scanned your sign. So, you'll know just from that there's at least a little bit of interest from somebody in that company, and that there could be a very valuable lead that you could send to a salesperson. Reach out to LaunchUX and see if they're interested in your services. That's just one small thing we're looking to integrate data-wise, but we're always looking to integrate with more features and more functionality. So going to what Brandon said with the conferences, you can use them for, fairs. If you're operating a Ferris wheel and you want to give somebody 5 rides, you can give them a little QR code wristband, and every time you tap it, it takes a ride off of it. So it's a good way of, using it not just for marketing, but for features and functionality with events that you're putting on.
Well,
Sam, real quick, I just want to throw a couple other ideas out there very
absolutely.
briefly. So we've talked a lot about realtors and stuff like that, but even things as simple as printing these QR codes on like product packaging and boxes to track where they're going, or putting these things on, let's say you install engines in used boats, putting these on there to bring up repair manuals, or tattoo shop owners can have these things for aftercare instructions. There's basically unlimited amount of things you can use this for. I was talking to a business last week that we were talking about the idea of having reusable business cards that you pass along to friends. So it's like a coupon. The first time you use it gives you 10% on your order, and you can't use it again because it links to your account. And then you pass that reusable coupon to a friend, and now, because they're creating a new account, they can have 10% off their first order.
Right.
And now that's not usable, they keep passing it on. So it enhances the word of mouth, and it makes that one coupon, that reusable NFC card, much more valuable, because then you don't have to pay to keep reprinting them. You can just have these people pass it on because they like your products and they want their friends to have more. So
Well,
it's pretty cool.
Brandon, it is very cool, Brandon and Michael and gentlemen. Nathan mentioned in that live stream about at least 25 different industries or different places that you can use Synapse. And Brandon, you might have added on another 2 or 3 to that list. Where can viewers of today's live stream go to find more information about Synapse as well as LaunchUX?
Go ahead, thanks.
Synapse is syninsights.com, syninsights.com. And on there, you can navigate our website. We have a lot of very useful pages that help you understand the product. One of them is the Idea Lab. We have 25 industries on there that we just, we got together, we, had some ideas about what they could use Synapse for. I believe every single industry can use Synapse. So we're always looking to add to the page and evolve the website. And then with LaunchUX, our web development digital marketing services, you can find us at launchux.com. All
right. Well, gentlemen, I thank you for your time today. I thank you for being, to your business. Your business has been remarkable to work with, and professional,
and thank you, Sam. You're wonderful
lots.
to work with as well, too. I mean, we've known each other since college, and
that's right, Brandon. Yeah,
it's been I appreciate working with you. Thanks to the Capitol Theater for letting us record that there, and Sam from downtown Chambersburg, Inc. You're wonderful.
Well, gentlemen, have an outstanding rest of your day today, and I look forward to seeing you guys in person the next time I get to see you. Take care, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Since 2017, LaunchUX has led the charge, redefining SEO with data-driven strategies that yield real, measurable results. Our goal? To ensure that your business is discovered when it matters most. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every client as a partner, guiding decisions with trust, transparency, and shared goals. Join us at LaunchUX, where your journey is propelled by data-driven decisions, custom web development, and a commitment to your success that's as unwavering as your ambition. Let's build something extraordinary together.